Hello. I think I'm blending into the chair. Oh, glasses. How do you stop a light? Hang on. Maybe. Kind of blending into the. Did it on purpose? Okay, so I'm being cheeky. Rachael isn't here. She doesn't work Tuesdays, part-timer. And I'm going to just sneakily do a 10-minute pod conversation because yesterday marked a month of her being here. Not only have I pinched the mic, I've also pinched her chair, and I wanted to talk about how the last month has impacted me as an individual, but also professionally as a business owner. So that I need to cut that bit out. Lost my train of thought. Why do I don't know why. I've just pressed mute and I went Australian. Okay. It was a financial decision to bring Rachael in because my business isn't quite at a point where I'm paying myself. However, I feel so strongly about the fact that the concept of complicated co and complicated coach is powerful and can change people and help people and bring a product to the marketplace that actually is a lot more authentic. It's not just a t-shirt, an organic t-shirt. It's actually a statement, a feeling, where in real life my husband was epic. He's supporting this drive over the next 12 months, and Rachael came in a month ago yesterday, and she has lifted me individually, and also she's become the powerhouse within Complicated Co and Complicated Coach. She's already powering ahead with content. She's coming up with ideas and different perspectives. She is challenging me, and I've missed that. And for those that used to work with me might go, yeah, bollocks is she? But actually, you do miss it when you haven't got it. You need that thought process challenging. And having someone to do that really helps. I love seeing her learn as well, because I think she can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's been a few areas where she's been learning a lot and sleeping very well because of it. Her organisation and coordination is on point, and it has just helped feed my motivation. It is very difficult building on your own. It is very difficult sitting on your own. And when you've got somebody alongside you that shares the passion and the drive, that takes some of the weight off you, it has just got me so much more motivation. I think I had it anyway. It's difficult though. It's definitely difficult. It's allowing me now to push the coaching side of what I do and love. So it's enabling me to really focus on the coaching brand, Complicated Coach, spend time helping clients, spend time finding new clients. I've done some speaking sessions, and actually I can do so much more. I just want to help and influence and empower others. So I'm going to be able to approach doing more of that sort of thing as well. I'd love to get more involved in podcasts. I think they're a brilliant tool, and I'm able generally to say yes to things that I couldn't say yes to previously, or go after things I couldn't go after previously because, and don't get me wrong, I know I bit off two businesses that I want to grow, but they both just make complete sense. I suppose I've been very good now at talking about all the positives. Now, it's not a negative actually, but the challenge is we're a month in. A month yesterday with Rach. We've committed to 12 months of making this work. Now, when I say making this work, making the engine run so that it starts to feed the right amount of revenue in. So it's all well and good. We're doing amazing at our brand, at our presence on socials, podcasts. The podcast on YouTube seems to be doing really well. Now it's about making, I know this sounds awful, doesn't it, to say, but it's what has to be said. But you've got to make money. I've got to be able to continue to pay after 12 months. I've got to be able to start paying myself. So that's the only challenging bit. And I think a big message to that, watching isn't buying, is it, at the end of the day? Watching what we're doing. People have got our backs big time, but actually it's also got to pay for, the bills at the end of the day. And I think that is why it's now a mission to fill the gap of, I love what you're doing, I love your content, I love your products, I love your coaching ethos, but actually translating that into, I want to work with you or I want to buy from you. That is the challenge now. And definitely Rach has got her feet under the table. She ain't got her slippers in here yet, though, which I'm quite surprised at, to be honest. But she's got her feet under the table, and the next 11 months now is focusing on closing that gap of loving what you do, loving what you bring, to actually helping it pay for us to continue doing it after the next 11 months. So Rachael hasn't been a luxury. It's in the nicest possible way. Bringing Rachael in, it's not about, let's just throw our savings into bringing another member of, or a person in. It's actually, I remember my dad always used to say, sometimes it's really good to speculate, to accumulate. I believe in what I'm doing. I'm passionate. And actually, Rach is helping me have more focus, have more drive. And so I suppose the takeaways from month one for me, bringing someone in isn't a luxury. Now, when I say that, Rach is an absolute legend. And having previously worked with her, I know how much she can do. But in a business sense, it's speculating to accumulate. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm very confident it will pay off. So actually sometimes it's worth taking the jump and the risk. And I want to be saying that in 12 months' time, that it worked out, because it will. Also, that visibility without a conversation is just noise. Brilliant. Everyone says, love what you're doing, love your products, love your coaching, I love your ethos, I love the change you're making as a business. But actually it's, how do we translate that as well into clients, into more customers? We've got a really loyal customer base with Complicated Co, but how can we do more? And then focus. Rach has really given me focus. I had focus, but with lots of ups and downs and wavering and self-doubt over the past year, but none of that now. It is pure focus. If anything, I've got to make sure I shut my laptop more than I have been. But what I'd say to everyone out there, if you're running things on your own and wondering why you're busy all the time and not moving forward, actually sometimes it's because you need that fall back onto someone else. Now that someone else doesn't have to be a Rachael, an employee, and you're not having Rachael anyway, but it actually can be someone to lean on, someone to talk to. Could be a coach, but it could also be a friend, somebody that is going to give you that pillar of support and drive through what can be quite a lonely, long journey. But we are going to get more visible. We are going to keep working hard, and we are going to get that revenue to match all the effort we're doing. So hoping that makes sense. Hoping you're getting the vibe that we're on it. We're on a mission. And thank you, month one. Thank you, Rach. And yeah, forget the thank yous. Oh, it sounds really needy, doesn't it? But whatever. Yeah, there's the update. There's me on my own trying to do a little poddy waddy woo wah. Very curly hair today, and yeah, let's see. Bring it on.